In this video, we'll see the different possible navigation styles offered by GeneXus to navigate a mobile application and how to configure the desired style. We'll see the following navigation styles: flip, split, slide, and cascade. Depending on the device characteristics, such as operating system, size, device type, and so on, we may want to vary the way the user navigates our application. To achieve this, GeneXus provides the navigation style property for changing this behavior at the platform level. It's important to note that we can only define one navigation style per device type, and we'll see that in a moment. The values available vary according to the platform. On the screen we're viewing, an example for an iPad. In addition to the default option, the Cascade, Slide, Flip, and Split options are offered, which are all the styles in GeneXus. If we look at an iPhone, there's only Cascade, Slide, and Flip. Split is no longer available, as this value is only available for tablets, iPad, or Android. In the case of an Android phone, we'll only have Slide and Flip. The rest are not available, and this is because not all devices support all types of navigation. Let's see each of them and their differences. With the flip navigation style, when a screen is accessed, either from the main menu or from any other screen, the new content replaces the previous one. Conceptually, the device area will be a single area, and the whole content will be displayed and will take up the same area, which will be replaced with every call. This is the default value in phones when we create a mobile application. With the split navigation style, the content can be displayed in two sectors, a left sector and a main sector. In iOS, there's also a sector that occupies the lower part of the screen. When using the work with pattern, if the device orientation is horizontal, landscape, the list is automatically displayed in the left sector, and the detail screens are displayed in the main sector, called content area. If the orientation is vertical, portrait, the left sector is turned into a top sector, and the content is shown below it. This navigation style is the default for iPad and Android tablets. With the slide navigation style, we can always have the main menu available either with a gesture of swiping from left to right, or from a hamburger style button located at the top left. We can always access the menu regardless of where in the application we're browsing. The first menu option is automatically loaded in the content area, and we'll see how to customize this. The last navigation style is Cascade, which divides the screen into up to 4 sectors from left to right. This style is only available for iOS platforms and is valid for phones and tablets. Now we're going to make a small demo in GeneXus. We've generated part of an application for a travel agency. In it, we have a menu object declared as a startup object, and as items, the work with patterns of attraction and country that we've already generated. If we run it, the menu shows that the default navigation style of our application for an Android phone is flip. That is to say, the different screens are loaded on the only screen we have. We return to GeneXus and specify that the application uses the slide navigation style. That is to say, the menu is always available from the left. From the Platforms node, if we go to all Android devices, we can see the possible navigation styles. In this case, it's by default, also in Android phone devices. As we said, in this type of devices, the default navigation is flip. But, for example in tablets, the default navigation will be slide. We have the slide, default, and flip options in the case of Android phone. In the case of tablets, 7-inch and 10-inch Android, we have slide, default, flip, and split. The latter is only available for tablets. In the case of iPad, we also have Cascade as a value that was not available in the others. And we have slide, flip, and split as an Android. The same on iPhone devices. Now we'll go to Android phone, change the value to slide, and we'll run the application. Note that it doesn't start with the menu, but with one of the options, in this case, work with attraction. Using a hamburger icon, we can go to the different options available. We can also swipe from the left to the center of the screen to display the menu. There are certain events that can be programmed as the main object level, which in our case is a menu object. The available events are the ones shown here: slide, split, cascade, flip, and tabs.start. In this way, we can have a start event associated with each navigation style. This means that, for example, if we program slide.start and the application is running for an iPad that has the Cascade navigation style, that event, for that platform, will not be executed. It'll be executed only when the navigation style is slide. In our application, we can create a panel with an image, so that this panel is only executed on the start event of the slide navigation style. We may want that, when running our application, instead of displaying one of the work with that we have in the menu, a new screen appears, for example, with an image. Let's return to GeneXus to implement this. We'll create a panel named Home Image Panel, where for now, we're simply going to place an image. We'll insert an image that in this case, we've already uploaded to the KB, and set the auto grow property to true so that it's adjusted. We save, and go to the travel agency menu object. In the events, we add a new event called slide.start. And here we make the call to Home Image Panel. We save, and run the application. Instead of showing the work with, now the panel that we've created should appear as a default option of our application, without the need for it to be a menu option. Indeed, the panel that we've just created opens. It shows the image that we entered and the menus available. Now let's try the other two that we haven't seen yet: split and cascade. Both of them are more used for large devices, such as tablets. Let's configure, for example, a 7-inch Android tablet with split mode. To test this, we'll run the Work with Attraction panel directly. Note that it divides the information into two sectors: a left sector with the list of records, and the right and main sector with the detailed information of what we've selected. Now let's try the Cascade mode, which is exclusive for iOS devices. Although it's more used in iPad devices, let's configure this navigation mode for an iPhone device. Just like in split mode, we run the Work with Attraction panel directly. As for its behavior, the information is divided in up to 4 sectors, generating a cascade effect, and compressing the sectors to the left when a new one is opened. This is the end of this short summary of the navigation types that we can use in mobile applications.